Good morning, guys. Sorry that I'm out today, but I thought for our assignment today, it would be a good idea to try making our own SketchUp tutorial, see if you like that any better. And then also, in order to kind of find something that might be of interest to draw, this is one of the projects that you could choose after we've finished our first year joinery project that we're all working on. This is one of the projects that you could actually follow along with, one of the plans that we have for your first on your own project to kind of get those things going. So I thought that'd be a good project to draw, and that'll kind of help you get ready if you choose to build that and things along those lines. So that's what we're going to draw today. So I'm here on SketchUp for Schools, and so there'll be a link for this on the assignment, and we want to create new. And just to be sure, it's always a good idea to kind of check this, and let's work in decimal inches today. So we're going to click on that if you're not already there. Alright, and now we've got our drawing. And then to kind of check this out, so this is what the assignment will look like a little bit for you. Here is what the flip top box looks like if you finish building it. Okay, and then what we need today is this diagram right here. So this is what we're going to be working from, and we're going to draw it all assembled. Here it's kind of broken apart so that you can see the pieces. And so we'll draw it all put together and all that kind of thing. But this is what we'll reference for our measurements. And so let's go ahead and start with this front piece right here in our drawing. And so it is 9 inches this way and 4 inches this way. And all of our material is a 1/2 inch thick. So 1/2 inch this way. So 9 by 4 by a 1/2 inch. Zoom in a little bit. If you want to delete this later, you're more than welcome to. And so I'm going to hit the R for the rectangle tool, and I'm going to start right in the origin and kind of orient my camera so it's this way, and we want this green rectangle just like this. Okay, and if I look in the bottom right corner down here, alright, the long number is first, so that's what I want to make, 9, and then comma, 4, enter. So I clicked once and did that. And then we're going to push-pull this, 0.5. And now we've started making our front. Okay, so now I want to hit the space bar and it gets to our pointer tool. And we're going to triple-click that, right-click it, make component, and we're going to call that front. And then hit OK. And now we can see that everything is locked together. Okay. I guess we can do this other stuff right now as well. So then we're going to go 3.5 inches in, then leave a 2-inch kind of opening here, tab, and then another 3.5 inches here. And that's where this lid tab right here is going to fit, is in this notch. And so we know that this is a 1/2 inch thick, and so in order to make room for that, we're going to make this a 1/2 inch down. Alright, so we still have our pointer tool here. I'm going to triple click, and I'm going to hit T for tape measure, and click anywhere on there except for where the point is. And then come in, whoops, bumped my mouse, come in so it's on the red line, 3.5, do the same thing down here, 3.5, and then I'm just going to grab the line tool, so I hit L and go up to that point, down, 0.5, keep going over, now we want to go 2, should land right on that line, and then back up to that point. And then I'm going to hit P for push-pull, click on this tab, take it all the way back till it stops. Now I'm going to hit E for eraser, click that one, drag it over that one, and now our tab is in there. And then we've got to add this little rabbit right here, which you guys are familiar with how to do on the dado saw, but we want to come in half the distance of this. So our entire thickness was a 1/2 inch. We want to come in half, so that's going to be a 1/4 to there, and then a 1/2 inch down to there to make room for this piece to fit in there. So we triple click it again, and I'm going to do this a little bit differently. This time I'm going to hit R for rectangle. I'm going to go to that corner. I'm going to kind of drag it down, bring it out here. And then again, if I look in the bottom right down here by my camera shot of myself, You can see that that first number is the bigger number. Okay, so that's the one I want to be 0.5. So I'm going to hit 0.5, comma, 0.25, and then I'm going to hit enter. And then that's the size rectangle that we need. And I'm going to do another little trick here. So I'm just going to highlight that square. I'm going to hit M for Move Tool. And I'm going to click right on that corner. And right now you can see it's moving. And then I'm going to tap the Control key one time on my keyboard, the lower left-hand key. And now I'm making a copy of that square. I'm going to bring it down there, put it right there. I hit spacebar to get back to the just arrow thing. And now I'm going to hit P for push-pull. And I'm going to take that all the way down, so 4 inches to the bottom, and that gets rid of that. And now I can just double-click that real quick. And it will get rid of that because I already had my distance set on my push-pull tool. Okay. Pointer tool, click outside of that component to close it. And now our front is pretty much drawn. Okay. And so now we just need these two, from here to here is 5, but you can see that we got to fit it inside there. And so our ends, our right and left sides, the ends, are actually 4 by 4.5 that will fit right in here. All right. So let's go back and add these. Kind of orient so you get a little bit better view here. R for rectangle. Click right in there. I want this one to be red. Okay. And the first number, so I'm dragging it out to make it longer so I can tell the difference in the numbers. I want to be 4.5, comma, 4. Should fit right in there. Push pull. And you can type 0.5 for a ½ inch. Or I can reference the end of this, since I already know that that's 0.5 also. So I'm just going to click there, and I know that that's in there, so I hit spacebar for my pointer tool, triple click this, right click it, make component, and we'll call it side. And they're both going to be the same. So I'm going to hit move again, M for move. I'm going to select, doesn't matter which one really, click on that corner so I'm exact, tap the Control key to make a copy, bring it down so it lines up right there. Okay, so now I've got 3 parts of my box complete. Excuse me. Alright, so now we just have to draw the back here quickly. And so it's really the exact same as the front except minus the tab. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and I hit spacebar for the pointer tool, select that front, I'll click M, and then click anywhere. I'm going to tap the Control key once, and I'm going to go ahead and move this copy that I'm making just out here anywhere. And then if you go over here and select this little stacked thing right here and click on that, it shows me that I have my outliner. So this is the name of all of my pieces, and so our lady's name is Katherine Johnson. Don't have to worry about her. But I have 2 fronts now and 2 sides. So I hit select to get to my pointer tool, go back to this one I made, the copy I made, and now I'm going to right click it. And what we want to do there is we want to make that unique. And so I'm going to hit make unique, and what you'll see here is now I'm going to add this so we have our outliner open. I also want my entity info open. And so now what we have is this piece is called front number 1. This is front, side, and side. And so we actually want, now that it's unique, we want to change the name of that. So if I drag everything there, we want to change that to back and hit enter. And so now this one, instead of being front number 1, is now back. And I can make changes of this even though it's a component, and it won't affect this. So I just want to add this tab back in here. So I'm going to select my P on my keyboard for push-pull, click right there. I want to bring it back up to this. I'm going to hit E for eraser, get rid of these lines to kind of heal this surface. Spacebar for the pointer tool, click outside of it, and now we've got our box, or excuse me, the back of our box drawn. Okay, we need to get this flipped around. You could spin it, but I want to show you guys another tool that works pretty nicely and makes drawing a lot faster. So if I just right click on that, it also gives me this option to flip any part. Okay, and I think I want to flip that along the green surface. So I right click that and went to flip green, and it just flipped it around this green line. Now I can click M And I can go ahead and get this inside corner right here and take that so it lines up right on that corner. And now I've really got my box coming together, okay? The front and the back and the two sides are all drawn. Okay, let's go back and look at our diagram here. And so now, something that is a little bit deceiving here. So this is our bottom. And the bottom's just a regular square piece of wood, 4.5 by 8.5. Nothing crazy here. But if we zoom in and look at this kind of, piece here, the side and the back, and then we can assume that the front and the other side are the same. They've made a rabbet all the way around the bottom of the box to allow this bottom to fit in there. So we've got to do a little bit of tweaking on our drawing to make room for this bottom. So let's go back into this, and then we will keep going there. Sorry, I thought I was having a little technical difficulties. I know we have a limit on our videos, so this seems like a good place to stop, and then we'll pick up our second video.